Look at how this monkey moves through the canopy. That tail is a masterclass in biological engineering. It functions as a dynamic fifth limb, shifting weight and wrapping around branches to maintain balance in a high-altitude world. This creates a clear divide in the primate family tree. Macaques, capuchins, and baboons kept this tool. Gorillas, chimpanzees, and humans did not. This illustration of a 4-week-old human embryo reveals a strange reality. You actually grew one of these. Right past the lower spine is a distinct developing tail structure. But a few weeks later, a programmed cellular process begins. The body starts to dismantle the tail tissue, absorbing the material entirely before you are born. By adulthood, the only evidence left is the coccyx. Those small, fused vertebrae at the base of your spine are the survivors of that deleted appendage. Evolution is an efficient accountant. It rarely gets rid of a functional, multi-million-year-old survival tool without a significant pressure forcing the change. So what forced our ancestors' tails to disappear 25 million years ago? That empty space at the base of your spine is a 25-million-year-old biological mystery. Solving it explains exactly how we came to walk the Earth. Around 25 million years ago, the Earth's climate cooled. Lush, unbroken jungle canopies thinned out, becoming fragmented, open woodlands. For early primates, the gaps between trees grew. Running along the tops of interconnected branches was no longer an efficient way to move. This biomechanical model demonstrates the solution: brachiation. Our ancestors began suspending their bodies directly beneath the branches. When hanging below a branch, the center of gravity drops straight down. Here, a tail provides no stabilizing benefit. It simply hangs there. Monkeys that continue to run across the tops of those branches still needed their tails to stay upright, but for the swingers, the physics had changed. A thinning forest explains why apes no longer needed the extra balance. But environmental change alone doesn't rewrite an animal's DNA. The greatest navigational tool in the primate arsenal had become a liability. With the environment no longer rewarding balance, the stage was set for the body to change. To find the mechanism that actually removed the tail, we have to look past the fossils and into our own genetic code. Biologists identified a specific instruction called the TBXT gene. In almost all animals with backbones, this gene is what dictates the length and growth of a tail. Look at this DNA sequence. A secondary block called an alu element, a piece of jumping genetic material, inserted itself directly into the TBXT gene. When the cell reads the instructions, this element creates a loop, scrambling the code and preventing the tail from forming. This wasn't a slow, millimeter-by-millimeter shrinking over countless generations. This mutation meant that a primate could be born with a significantly shorter tail, or no tail at all. Once that trait appeared in the population, it just had to survive. Usually, a mutation this large would be a disadvantage, but because this happened just as forests were thinning, these tailless primates were lighter and better suited for a life spent swinging through the trees. Our ancestors didn't choose to lose their tails. They were the beneficiaries of a random genetic accident that occurred at the exact moment the Earth's environment changed. Removing that rear counterweight created a structural challenge. The bodies of these early apes had to adapt to support their weight in an entirely different way. This skeletal comparison shows the result. The monkey's narrow pelvis contrasts with the tailless ape's broad, bowl-shaped pelvis, which supports organs without a tail. Combined with a curved lower spine, this created the vertical alignment needed to walk on two legs. Since that genetic blueprint is still inside us, could humans ever grow tails again? While rare medical cases do occur where infants are born with small tail-like growths, they aren't functional. Evolution has moved on. A tail offers no benefit to a species that navigates the world upright. We often define our history by the things we gained: larger brains, tools, and language. But the path to becoming human actually began with a loss. Our journey out of the trees and across the planet started with a single genetic accident 25 million years ago.